Right in the heart of London's West End lies Covent Garden. Today, it's a lively place filled with street performers, cafes, opera houses, and crowds of visitors from around the world. But as you walk between the old market buildings and elegant modern shops, it quickly becomes clear that this is far more than just a tourist destination. Covent Garden is a place where nearly 1,000 years of London's history still lingers in the streets. The story begins in the medieval period. In the early 11th century, this area belonged to the monks of Westminster Abbey. Back then, it was little more than fields, orchards, and kitchen gardens used to feed the monastery. People began referring to it as the Convent Garden, and over time, the name gradually evolved into the Covent Garden we know today. Everything changed in the 16th century when Henry VIII dissolved the monasteries and seized church lands across England. Covent Garden passed into royal ownership and later into the hands of aristocratic families. Then, in the early 17th century, the area underwent one of the most important transformations in London's urban history. The celebrated architect Inigo Jones was commissioned to redesign the district, creating what became Britain's first planned public square, the Piazza. Inspired by the elegant plazas of Italy, Jones introduced a new vision of urban living to London. Around the square rose refined townhouses and graceful arcades, turning Covent Garden into one of the city's most fashionable new neighbourhoods. At the heart of the Piazza stood St. Paul's Church, which still survives today. Completed in 1633 and designed by Inigo Jones himself, it is often regarded as the first true classical church built in England. According to legend, the Earl of Bedford requested something as simple as a barn, yet through its perfect proportions and understated beauty, the church became one of the architectural masterpieces of its age. As theatres began appearing around Covent Garden, actors, musicians, and playwrights naturally gathered in the area. Over time, St. Paul's Church became affectionately known as the Actors' Church. But by the late 17th century, Covent Garden had developed a far darker reputation. With the expansion of the fruit and vegetable market and the rise of the theatre district, the area became one of the busiest and most chaotic parts of London. Before dawn, labourers, street children, and the poor crowded around the market stalls. Taverns and inns were notorious for drunken fights, gambling, and petty crime. One contemporary writer even warned, "After dark, Covent Garden is no place for an honest citizen. It was a place where glamour and poverty existed side by side, where art, entertainment, desire, and desperation all collided in the same narrow streets." In many ways, Covent Garden became a miniature reflection of London itself. And yet, despite its rough reputation, the market flourished for nearly 3 centuries, becoming London's most important centre for fruit and vegetable trading. The iconic market building, standing in the centre of the Piazza today, was designed in 1830 by architect Charles Fowler in a grand neo-classical style. Built to bring order and structure to the increasingly crowded market trade, it remains one of Covent Garden's most recognisable landmarks. The old market halls were transformed into shops, restaurants, and cafes, while street performers once again filled the Piazza with music and theatre. Nearby, the Royal Opera House once again became one of the world's leading cultural venues, helping bring Covent Garden back to the heart of London's artistic life. Today, Covent Garden is a place where past and present coexist effortlessly, a place shaped by elegance and hardship, theatre and commerce, beauty and chaos. And even now, beneath the sound of music and the crowds of visitors, Covent Garden still feels like one of the most living, breathing pieces of London's history.